Hey there, this is Dan from graniteit.net. Welcome to the initial video in my community series. This series is designed to put some valuable information about IT security in the hands of small businesses and families. The internet can be a daunting place, and not everyone has the technical expertise to navigate these waters. I know how uncertain I feel when I have to deal with plumbing or electrical issues, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am not a plumber or an electrician. Today we're going to cover a topic that I've made various posts about. It provides enterprise-level security and filtering on your internet connection to protect against many threats, and it's 100% free. I'm talking about Canadian Shield from CIRA, or the Canadian Internet Registration Authority. CIRA is a member-based not-for-profit organization, best known for managing the .ca internet domain. They do this on behalf of all Canadians. They are building programs, products, and services that leverage all the internet has to offer to help build a trusted internet for Canadians. CIRA Canadian Shield is a DNS firewall. It's the younger sibling to CIRA's D-Zone DNS firewall, which is a paid-for service offered for business use. CIRA has partnered with Akamai and the Canadian Centre for Cybersecurity to provide this service. Their joint goal is to improve privacy and security for all Canadians on the internet. So what is DNS? In the simplest description, DNS is the electronic phone book of the internet. Much like phone numbers, each web server on the internet has a unique numeric IP address. Since it would be impossible to navigate the internet using these numbers that nobody would remember, we give websites a friendly descriptive name, such as www.google.ca. When you try to access the web server, www.google.ca, your computer first looks up that name with its DNS server. And the DNS server returns the numeric IP address. And your computer uses that numeric IP address to make the connection to the web server. Canadian Shield is used to redirect your computer system whenever it makes a request for a known malicious web page. If you are attempting to access something malicious, you will be redirected to a block page. This is not logged, but it does protect you. It will also prevent malware that has already infected your system from being able to call home and download additional instructions like, should I encrypt all of this person's data? Being unable to phone home will also prevent malicious actors and criminals from being able to use malware to copy your personal data and upload it back to their web server. Another benefit of the CIRA Canadian Shield is that it ensures all of your DNS queries stay within Canada and your information about your web lookups and traffic patterns are not sold to third parties. Canadian Shield offers 3 protection levels. These layers are private, protected, and family. Private keeps your DNS queries within Canada and keeps your lookup information out of the hands of third parties. Protected is used to block malicious sites. These are domains that host malware, phishing websites, and BotNet command and control servers. The third is family. Family includes all of the protection that private and protected offer, but it also blocks pornographic content and other adult themes. Malware, phishing, and BotNet domains are the 3 main threat types that are blocked by the Canadian Shield firewall. You can pause here to read a detailed description, or I will include it in the video description below so that you can review after you continue watching. So let's take a look at the CIRA website. On the CIRA website, you can scroll down to the section on Canadian Shield. You can also access this through Our Services, Cybersecurity, and CIRA Canadian Shield. So this is a free service available to all Canadians to provide malware, phishing, and botnet protection with DNS privacy. That's exactly what we're looking for. So we'll click Learn More. And from the Canadian Shield product page, there's some informative videos. There's a number of different article links here that can provide you with more information if you're interested. But the bulk of what we're looking for is under the How to Get Started section. So here there is a description of each privacy layer. There are some basic instructions for various device types, router. If you have a Wi-Fi router in your home, you can configure it and sort of push the settings automatically to everything that connects to your Wi-Fi. You can also configure devices directly. So there's instructions here for Windows, Mac OS, gaming consoles, Ubuntu, and under phone and tablet, there's actually a mobile app for Apple iOS devices as well as Android devices. The beautiful thing about the mobile app is that it carries with your device, and once it's configured and turned on, whether your device is connected to a Wi-Fi network or using cellular data or a free Wi-Fi network at the library or Starbucks, that protection carries with you everywhere. There's also an advanced configuration guide here. This gives more in-depth instructions. Again, it's broken down by device type. And when you look through, you get those step-by-step instructions along with some helpful screenshots that can help you navigate your way through. So we're going to focus on a Windows device today. And for the Windows devices, and well, for all of the devices, the protection layers are put in place based on different IP addresses. So there are different servers for private versus protected versus family. For each layer, the last octet in the IP address increases by 10. So 10, 20, 30. Okay, so I will get my Windows machine set up and ready to test, and I will be right back. From my Windows Sandbox machine here, we will go ahead and configure the Canadian Shield DNS servers. So to get started, down in the system tray here, there is an Ethernet icon that may actually be more of a Wi-Fi icon if you're connected through Wi-Fi. So you can click on that, and at the bottom of this pop-up menu, you will see Network and Internet Settings. And just scroll down under Advanced Network Settings and click Change Adapter Options. Now from your network connections screen here, you may see multiple network adapters show up here. You can select the one that you use primarily if it's your Wi-Fi connection, or if you want, you can actually configure all of the connections independently. So we're just going to right-click and go to Properties. And from this screen, we will find Internet Protocol version 4 TCP/IP. My internet service provider doesn't currently support IPv6. However, yours might, and if it does, then you will need to duplicate the IP settings as per the documentation on the CIRA website for IPv6. We will double click. And the area that we're going to concern ourselves with is the section on the General tab For DNS server settings, we're going to click the radio button to use the following DNS servers, and we will type in the IP addresses provided for the family setting. Now remember, the only difference between the settings is this last number. And so if I wanted just private settings, I would change that to 10. If I wanted just the protected settings, that would be 20. And in my case, I want to test the family settings, so we're going to go with 30. And your secondary server, 149.112, is going to be the third number will change to 122. So just say OK. We will set that there. So now we can open a web browser and we'll go to CIRA's website, click on the Canadian Shield settings, and we can scroll down, and under the Windows settings, we can click the Test My Configuration, and it tells me that I am successfully configured for the family settings. So here, if we were to try to go to an adult-themed website, we are redirected to the inappropriate content block. And likewise, if we were going to access a website that was known to be compromised with malware, we will get blocked with a slightly different message. So these are the sites that you would see when you're trying to access blocked content. For websites, the blocked content pages are clear and easy to understand. If you actually have a piece of malware on your system that's trying to phone home, you probably won't see these, but the malware connections will not be successful. So that's really all there is to configuring the Canadian Shield DNS firewall on a single computer system. And once you're set up, you are ready to go. That concludes the demo portion. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to pop them in the comments below this video. I'll do my best to answer them. Again, the CIRA website is filled with lots of good information. If you are going to configure your router, you may need to consult vendor documentation because each router is going to be a little bit different. I think that this is a great product. I'd like to thank CIRA for providing this to Canadian users for free. It truly is a fantastic resource for any Canadian with an internet connection. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's my pleasure to share helpful information with not only my colleagues in IT, but the community in general. If you have any ideas for additional content that you'd like to see in this community series, please contact me in the comments below or by email at the address on the screen. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all for now. Stay safe out there.